The Zephyrus G14 is kinda like my favorite laptop models. It's very compact, it's very lightweight. For me, the Zephyrus G14 is like the all-in-one product in the world of Windows laptops. It has impressive specs, very smooth and sharp display, a long-lasting battery, and a very unique personality design. However, nothing is perfect, and the same goes for this laptop. It has two notable drawbacks. The first one is high temperature. Throughout the year of 2021 and 2022, the heat management has consistently been an issue with this compact yet high-performance machine. The second one is the price. I'm not saying this device is expensive. I mean, with the higher configurations like the RTX 3090 on the last year's Zephyrus G14, comes higher price and higher temperature. If you decide to pay a huge amount of money for a high-end device with a cooling problem, then surely it's not worth it. While the temperature problem can be managed through some software tricks, but the money problem can. If you decide to spend the money, then the money's gone. So with this kind of device, you should choose the configurations properly to save your money and suit your needs. Because not everyone need a 14-inch with high performance. And this year, ROG Zephyrus G14 2023 still have a lot of options for you guys from the RTX 3050 to RTX 4090. But with my experience from the past, I'm gonna stick with the standard version. Everything on the spec has been reduced. Like the dedicated graphic card is only now RTX 3050, the display is down to FullHD 144Hz instead of 2.8K mini LED screen. If you just look at this detail, it's true that this laptop doesn't have the same hype as before. However, the main point here is the price has been significantly reduced. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the temperature and performance, which are probably the most common concern with the small machine. Don't expect too much because both the Ryzen 7735HS CPUs and the RTX 3050 GPUs consume a same amount of power, similar to last year's models, so the machine will still run hot as usual. Even switching to the balance mode doesn't change that fact. But don't worry, the ROG has given us another mode called Manual that allows us to customize different levels. This way we can find the best balance between cooling and fan noise for when the machine needs to stay cool and quiet. You need to understand your game a bit to use this effectively. Depending on whether your game is rely on CPU or GPU, you can adjust setting correctly. For example, with a game like Apex Legends that is more GPU intensive, you can allow the GPU to consume nearly 90 watts and perhaps reducing the CPU powers. After all this adjustment, the FPS won't drop significantly and you will achieve ideal temperatures and fan noise level for gaming. Here's another example with the CSGO, a game that relies more on the CPU. You can reduce CPU power a bit and significantly lower the GPU power, resulting in decreased temperatures and noise level. Even if the FPS drop about 30 to 50, it's not a major issue, especially when the FPS is already well above 250. So as long as you understand your game and adjust the setting correctly, I think the overall experience will still remain enjoyable. Plus, the ROG has provided the options to create multiple performance profiles, allow you to adjust settings to each game or different tasks according to your needs. Talking specifically about the Ryzen 7735HS CPU is more like a rebrand version of the 6800H. So there might not be a need to go into so much detail. If I have to choose one thing I like about the AMD CPU, that would be it still offers a very stable performance, even when you operating at the lower power levels. Even if you set it to consume about 20 watts, gaming remains quite stable. On the other hand, the Intel CPU delivers a high performance, but it consumes more power than the AMD CPU to run stable. So this is why the AMD CPU are suitable for thin and lightweight laptop like the Zephyrus G14. And for basic tasks like content creations or marketing related work, the CPU consumes very little power. This allows the battery to last about 5 to 6 hours. This is comparable to the previous year version and still stands as an excellent battery life for a high-performance laptop. So speaking about the graphic cards, ROG offers a range of options between the 3050 to 4090. However, I believe the 3050 is a reasonable choice because it's significantly more affordable. And those who buy compact machines like the G14s usually don't require extremely high-end performance. On the other hand, the RTX 4080 or 4090s are requiring so much power to utilize their capabilities. And of course, it's not suitable for a 14-inch laptop like this. Alright, so that was about the performance aspect. So if you want to choose a compact, thin, lightweight laptops, you should choose the configuration properly to save your money and suit your needs. Okay, so let's talk about the display. About the display, this base version just have the Full HD, no more 2.8K mini LED screen like the other higher version. I think those who get used to higher resolutions will likely notice that this is a Full HD and not 2.8K. There might still be some visible pixel around the icon and edges, but I didn't mean this screen looked bad or not sharp at all, and it's not disruptive to the overall experience. On the contrary, the panel is still high quality, so from my own experience, as someone who has used a high resolution screen, I haven't felt any discomfort. Here everything is still enjoyable to interacting with, because Full HD on 14-inch panel is still very sharp. And the 144 refresh rate provides a smooth gaming experience that should be satisfied for most users. So the remaining aspects stay unchanged from the previous version. If this were a first model, I would have a lot of praise for it. But right now I will just touch from the highlight briefly. You can expect premium ultrabook experience like facial recognition through window halos. The keyboard offers satisfying feedback, and the touchpad provides accurate tracking. The overall design is well balanced and visually appealing, with everything positioned centrally. The two-speaker system located above the keyboard, highly detailed sound with just the right amount of bass. In my opinion, this laptop has one of the finest audio systems among the current Windows laptops. In terms of connectivity, the USB 4 ports are available for both sides of the machines, allowing up to 100 watts charging, data transfers, and display output. Lastly, the LED matrix lighting system is an undeniable showstopper, catching the attention of anyone who looks at it. User can also easily customize the LED strip throughout the settings. Finally, I want to wrap up today's video with a question. Do you prefer a 14-inch laptop with the highest resolutions, highest spec, and the higher price? Or the laptop with a balanced specs, a balanced resolutions, but a much affordable price? So what's your thought? Please comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is William and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!